everyone. My name is Megan Marshall, and I am the Student Life and Events Coordinator for the Southern California campuses. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to our virtual celebration of the class of 2020. We are so happy that families and friends of our graduates have joined us from around the country and the world to celebrate this important day. Welcome and thank you for being here. And now I will introduce Dr. Ted Scholes, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Chief Academic Officer of the Chicago School of Professional Psychology.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall. Usually the opening speech for commencement is done by President Nealon, but only in 2020, her power went out and she texted me about a half an hour ago to ask to jump in. Just like in 2020, when something happens, we just got to power through it. So it's my pleasure to open up today's commencement in lieu of what's going on. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to be here for our virtual celebration of the Southern California campus class of 2020. For our graduates, this event is the culmination of several years of study. For the families of our graduates, this event is the manifestation of hopes and dreams. For the faculty who toiled along with our graduates, this event is a moment of immense pride in your accomplishments. This is indeed a momentous occasion, a time to celebrate, a time to reflect, a time to prepare. Today, advice will be given and stories will be told. There will be laughter, there will be tears, there will be applause, and yes, there will probably be some technical difficulties, as President Nealon is dealing with right now. Above all, it will be memorable. And now I would like to introduce your department chair, Dr. Gary Bruss.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Schultz. Hi, everybody. It's just great to see you all on this very, very special day. It is indeed my great pleasure to welcome our 2020 graduates of the Doctor of Clinical Psychology program at TCSPP Irvine today to our virtual commencement. On behalf of the faculty, I want to express our great pride in your accomplishments and our gratitude to you for being a part of our program and our professional family. Your journey has indeed been arduous and long, filled with twists and turns. And you know what I mean. Exams, papers, reports, comps, CCEs, practica, dissertation, internships, and more. And if that was not enough to navigate the seismic events in the forms of the Argosy implosion in March 2019 and the COVID pandemic in March 2020 took us all by surprise. And yet you persevered, you stood with us, you collaborated with us, and you exhibited impeccable professionalism. And your grit and your perseverance has paid off. And we as a program that just entered its 20th class this fall, we're still standing because of the likes of every one of you who are the lifeblood of our program. So we thank you for your loyalty, for your commitment, for your investment in the culture of family and professional collegiality that defines who we are as a program and as a community of professionals. So as you now migrate into the annals of program alumni and bring this chapter to an end, you begin a new and exciting phase of your journey as you launch your professional lives as early career clinical psychologists. You are among a select group of individuals. You are the graduates of the first ever APA accredited doctoral clinical psychology program in Orange County's history. And I'm glad to say you are graduates of still the only APA accredited program in clinical psychology in Orange County. Now, here's where it gets a little bit weirder, and file this bit of your exclusivity away for stories you might tell your kids or grandkids someday, but you are also graduates of the first APA accredited program in Orange County that had to jump ship from its mother institution to survive. And after doing so successfully in relatively short order, you had to endure the impact of the world's greatest public health crisis in our lifetimes. Wow, so when your kids someday tell you how hard their studies are, you will have your own incomparable war stories to tell that ought to wrestle, I hope, their distress into a place quiescence. And so file that away. I'm just trying to give you parenting advice that inevitably will be on your plate someday. So while it gives us great pleasure to see you today at the apex of your scholastic careers, as you are awarded the highest degree in your chosen field, it cannot match the exquisite pride that your family, your loved ones, and your friends must be feeling at this inflection point in your lives. So to the moms and dads, grandparents, partners, children, siblings, uncles, aunts, cousins, friends, if you're with us today, we honor you too for your loved ones' accomplishments and for the support you provided them in reaching this extraordinary goal. It is my philosophic position that those who seek us out as mental health professionals to support and heal their lives grant us the privilege to do so. And I want to underscore that privilege to do so. They entrust us with their lives. It is a sacred position to inhabit. What a privilege to be able to have our life's work center on uplifting the other, to be catalysts in soothing that which psychologically ails the other, to help others deconstruct the origins of their discomfort and suffering, and to free them to live fuller and more complete lives. What a privilege to behold. So graduates, we wish you well as you embark on your careers where you will powerfully touch the lives of others, who will in turn positively touch the lives of others around them, just as you have positively touched ours, and as we hope have positively touched yours. We have taught you, but let me be clear about this, you have taught us too to be better teachers, better mentors, better psychologists, better people. Together now, we are part of the same family of professionals, no longer faculty and students, but rather colleagues who will do the good work of serving others and touching lives. I think it is also important for us to mark this moment with an expression of gratitude to the Chicago School. And I offer that expression of thanks from both the faculty and the graduates assembled with us here today. Yes, you can't knock us off our feet, not Argosy, not COVID. But without the Chicago School's warm reception of us into their family, of which we are now resolutely a part, we indeed would not be standing. So thank you, Dr. Schultz. Thank you, Dr. Rischel. Thank you, Dr. Nealon, who is not here today. All of you have helped us achieve this possible moment for our 2020 graduates, and we're deeply appreciative. I also want to express thank you to my faculty colleagues and program staff for making us the best program we can be. And I'll end by saying congratulations, graduates. Stay safe, stay connected to us, and remember to always embrace the beauty of our diversity and our common humanity. Thank you.
At this point, we will also introduce our student speaker, Sandy Hyatt. And she will be representing the Irvine Clinical Psychology Class of 2020.
Thank you. I'm honored to be speaking on the behalf of these amazing graduates today. I mean doctors. This is a moment we've all worked incredibly hard for. But I have to tell you, when Dr. Rust asked me to do this speech, I was sitting quietly reflecting back on several of the presentations I've given in classes over the years. And I was questioning, has he seen me speak in public before? I'm not sure he knows what he's in for, but here I am. And so I want to thank several people that helped us get to where we are. Thank you to our faculty, those that are here today and those that are not. We are so very fortunate to have had so many brilliant, compassionate, and perhaps most importantly, patient faculty teach and mentor us. I want to thank our administrative staff for their support fielding countless emails and allaying hours of students' anxieties. Thank you to all of our supervisors that have guided us in our clinical work at our practicum and internship training sites. Thank you to the Chicago School of Professional Psychology for welcoming our PsyD program into their institution. Thank you to our family and friends for the endless emotional support and encouragement. And I also want to say thank you to my cohort members. I would not have been able to do this without you. The journey of this cohort has been frankly unbelievable, and I wanted to try to find something that would capture it. A dumpster fire came to mind, but truthfully, nothing encapsulates the journey of this cohort more than grit. I know when I set out on this path 5 years ago, I never once thought that I'd be sitting alone in my cubicle, in my cap and gown, thousands of miles away from those I went to school with, attending a Zoom graduation. I'd envisioned something very different. But one of the many things that graduate school has taught me is how to maintain the passion and perseverance for long-term and meaningful goals. And I'm not alone. I've seen my cohort members time and time again exhibit these traits. Let's take a moment and travel back in time to reflect on some of the unforeseen mountains we've had to climb to get here. First semester's reading list. Does anyone recall those monsters? Don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good article or two, but family and friends, let me tell you, I had to buy a new bookcase and my flash drives ran out of space with all of the readings we were assigned. Wonderful knowledge, but my eyes hurt. Another hurdle I have to give a shout out to were our clinical comps exams. While we all knew it would be part of our journey and it would include weeks of studying, I don't think anyone foresaw how our small cohort could have single-handedly supported the entire caffeinated beverage industry. Okay, I guess these are some of the things we may have expected as part of grad school, but some of the things no one saw coming were our beloved professors leaving, having to change dissertation chairs, our school relocating to a new city, that same school dissolving during the middle of internship interviews, abruptly ending practicums or continuing at practicums but not technically being enrolled in a school, becoming a part of an entirely new school, and finally making it to internship only to be hit with a global pandemic that completely changed everyone's training experience. I mean, it's a good thing we're in the field we're in because after 2020, we're gonna need some therapy. But more seriously, this is where our grit shines through. I know the last several years of training have constantly evolved and thrown so many challenges at us, both professionally and personally. But sitting here today shows your mettle and fortitude for enduring. The tassels you see adorning these graduates' caps are not simply denoting the fulfillment of a degree. No, they represent a badge of honor, a visual designation of professionals who maintain their commitment to helping others while withstanding unceasing battles. The psychologists in these gowns never lost sight of the souls they were tasked to support, and it is their dedication to this field that will lead to its betterment. B.F. Skinner, one of the founders of behavioral psychology, said, "Education is what survives when what has been learned has been forgotten." We move now from a more formal educational setting into the professional world, and I guarantee we will forget a lot of what we have learned, but I promise we are ready. We have proven again and again we are thoroughly prepared for this challenge. Today we move forward with both wisdom and the ability to continually search for enlightenment no matter the odds. Now, with our gritty resolve shining a light through the darkest clouds, and as our fearless professors modeled for us, I know that we can land the plane, even in the worst of weather. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hyatt, for those encouraging words. My name is Dean Rochelle. I'm the Associate Campus Dean for the Irvine campus, and it is my pleasure to announce that we shall now proceed with the presentation of candidates for degrees. Each candidate has been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to receive the degree indicated on their diploma, subject to the completion of all degree requirements. I would like to invite Dr. Bina Parekh to begin the presentation of candidates.
We will now present the candidates for the Doctor of Psychology in Clinical Psychology degree and spotlight each candidate as their name is read. Graduates, if you have not done so, please turn your cameras on at this time. Candidates will be spotlighted as their name is read and may begin being hooded virtually as their name is read. We encourage you all to go off mute and applaud our graduates after their name and information are read. Leanna Billings, Crash and Burn, the association between self-care and burnout among professional psychology graduate students. Chair, Dr. Kimberly Vanderdusen.
Natalie!
Yeah.
Natalie!
Yeah, Leanna.
Woo woo! I love you, Leanna!
Congratulations.
Congrats. Crystal Bloom, a qualitative exploration of the 2016 presidential elections impact on psychotherapy and mental health professionals. Chair, Dr. Kimberly Vanderdusen.
Yeah, Crystal! Woo! Yeah, girl!
Let's move back.
Yeah, mama!
Cheyenne Campana, perception of executive function abilities in adolescents with autism. Chair, Dr. Kimberly Vanderdusen.
Yeah! Congratulations, baby!
Thank you.
Andrew Christian, the underserved consequences of weight bias in the U.S. military. Chair, Dr. Gilly Koritsky.
Yeah, Chris!
Yay! Nicole Coleman, an examination of the correlation between grit and the expressed symptoms of depression and anxiety. Chair, Dr. Bina Parekh.
She did it.
Yeah, Nicole! Congratulations!
Yay!
Sarvanaz Danesh, a women's perspective of harassment and discrimination in a male-dominant correctional setting, a qualitative study. Chair, Dr. Bina Parekh.
Yay!
Now, or not yet. Wait.
Alyssa Gallagher,
Yay!
the experience of infertility in Mexican American women. Chair, Dr. Gilly Koritsky.
Yeah. Wifey.
Sandy Hyatt, clinicians' perspectives on the impact of familial and
Yes, girl.
intimate partner relations on patients with schizophrenia spectrum disorders. Chair, Dr. Bina Parekh.
Yeah! Congratulations!
Trayvon Johnson, service members prefer a psychotherapist who is a veteran. Chair, Dr. Gilly Koritsky.
Yay!
Yay, baby!
Congratulations.
Theodora Kim, the dark triad and early maladaptive schemas in a sample of undergraduate women. Chair, Dr. Stephen Berger.
Yeah, team, congratulations!
Yay!
Suzanne Latome, the potential effects of training and supervision in mitigating vicarious traumatization in therapists who treat sex offenders. Chair, Dr. Gilly Koritsky.
Yeah, Suzanne!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Fran Lu Yang, identifying risks and protective factors of burnout in the field of applied behavioral analysis. Chair, Dr. Stephen Berger.
Yay!
Laura Pedersen, the clinical utility of dogs. Chair, Dr. Stephen Berger.
Yeah, Laura.
Yeah, Laura! Congrats!
Chikako Yamaguchi, military culture and substance use as a coping mechanism. Chair, Dr. Stephen Berger.
Yeah, Chicago!
Yay.
Okay, Dr. Schultz, on behalf of the Irvine Clinical Psychology faculty of the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, I present to you these candidates who have been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to receive the degree indicated, subject to the completion of all requirements, and respectfully request that you confer upon them the degrees for which they are qualified.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, and by the State of California and President Nealon, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified, with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto pertaining. I invite all graduates to take a moment to show their appreciation to the people who have helped make this moment possible. Everyone move your cursor to the upper right-hand corner of your screen and click on the gallery view, the 9 squares in a grid. Got it? Okay. Now graduates, please applaud, cheer, and yell for your friends and family who helped you get there.
Yeah. Thank you. I love you, Mama.
Yeah.
There's Chicago.
All right, cool.
Hey, Chicago.
Please raise your right hand and recite with me the oath of affirmation and diversity now on your screen. Other professionals may join us to reaffirm their oath. Please remain muted as I recite the oath. I hereby affirm that I shall discharge the responsibilities of my profession in a manner consistent with respect for the dignity and worth of the individual, and that I shall strive for the preservation and protection of fundamental human rights. That I shall seek to increase knowledge of human behavior, to increase self-understanding and understanding of others, and that I shall use such knowledge for the promotion of human welfare. That I shall seek to embrace the profession's commitment to understand and respect individual and culture differences. That I shall diligently protect the welfare of those who seek my services, and that I shall use my skills only in the furtherance of human welfare and the integrity of the individual. And that I shall well and truly recognize the traditions and ethics of my profession, and that I shall subscribe to these traditions and ethics freely and upon my honor. As a representative of the Chicago school community, I hereby affirm to actively participate in this learning and professional community by embracing its commitment to understand and respect individual and cultural differences. As such, I will seek to gain knowledge of human difference that I may increase my understanding of self and others, and I will seek to build an environment of mutual respect and inclusion where all are valued.
Class of 2020, congratulations. I am proud and happy to welcome you to the alumni ranks of the Chicago School. Each of you has worked long and hard to get here. I'm additionally pleased to congratulate your loved ones, many of whom I hope are joining us for our virtual commencement exercises. I know the extent to which they have supported your dreams and how thrilled they are to share in your sense of accomplishment today. I know too that their dream for your future doesn't end here. You still have so many opportunities ahead. Graduation is always a time of celebration, a time to revel along with your family and friends and all that you have accomplished. But never has there been more of a cause for celebration than this year. Those of you who are receiving your diplomas today have completed your education during one of the most, if not the most, challenging periods in your lives. In our world's recent history, many of you have had to switch gears on a moment's notice and transition to a new learning modality. Even those of you who were already blended students had your lives upended in ways we couldn't have foreseen just a few short months ago. Concerns about the coronavirus and about the economic upheaval it brought with it have, I'm sure, insinuated their way into your lives, into the lives of each and every one of you, tossing new hurdles into your academic pathway. But you have persevered, and you are here today to celebrate the completion of this important step in your pathway to the future. As you leave the Chicago School, now and forever your alma mater, you will take with you the values that are intrinsic to our model of education, values that I hope you have seeped as deeply into your soul as they have in mine, as well as the commitment to use your understanding of psychology to make the world a better place. Let's reflect for a moment on what education stands for. Your education, the degree that is conferred on you today, represents the knowledge and abilities you have acquired, the insights you have developed, and the understanding that has come from being part of a supportive learning community that has intentionally challenged you to do your best and be your best. It stands for the goals you have set for yourself and the incremental achievements that have brought you even closer to their accomplishment. Your education has also prepared you to think beyond textbook scenarios or the ones you have encountered during your practicum experiences and internships. It has prepared you to problem solve and to call on the knowledge you have amassed along with the values you have nurtured to confront new challenges and unforeseen shifts in the world around you. As you take your place in a society grappling with unprecedented health and economics crises that have altered our lives unimaginably and threaten to do so for the indefinite future, your skills, your values, and your compassion will be sorely needed. On the heels of COVID-19, we have a second pandemic looming, and that is the exponential increase in mental health challenges that face the millions of people who are scrambling to protect themselves and their loved ones from the virus, while also trying to put food on the table or hang on to a job. Whether you will be working in schools, clinics, businesses, community-based organizations, the justice system, or in private practice, you will have a significant role to play in the recovery of our country. Use your education well and know that the Chicago School will always be proud of the difference you are making. Through diligent hard work and with big dreams for the future, each of you has become the graduate that we now congratulate and that we confidently send out into the world. It is perhaps a different world than the one in which you launched your academic career, but I have confidence that it will be a better place with you in it, putting Chicago School ideals and values into practice. Congratulations.
Sorry, I'd unmute. As we draw, thank you, Dr. Schultz. As we draw our celebration to a close, I now open the floor to our faculty to offer what piece of wisdom they might share with the graduates as they move into their field. We'll do this alphabetically, and so I'll go ahead and call out each faculty member's name. Dr. Berger.
It's been an honor and a joy teaching you. Continue to learn, treat yourselves good, and keep doing good things. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Berger. Dr. Bridgman.
Hey, everybody. Listen, I just want to say congratulations. You all have worked so long and so hard, and you fully deserve this indeed high honor. I'm so very proud of each of you. To those of you that I knew back in the beginning, in the first year, congratulations even more. You may remember I've said to you many times that as a therapist, you are your best and only tool when you're in an office with a patient. And you've now made yourselves officially the psychological equivalent of a Swiss Army knife. So well done. On a more serious note, I'm reminded of one of my favorite quotes from Viktor Frankl. You know, he said that life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by a lack of meaning and purpose. I believe that you have all entered into a career which you will never lack meaning and purpose, and you will be providing meaning and purpose in the lives of all those you touch. Congratulations, well done.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Bridgman. Dr. Hunt?
Congratulations, class of 2020. You've achieved the highest goal of higher education, the doctorate. You're proud of this accomplishment, and we're proud of you too. I wish you all the greatest success in your career ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Hunt. Dr. Koritsky?
Hi, everyone. I'm very happy for each and every one of you and very proud in all of you. I wanted to share an old Jewish saying. I've learned much from my teachers, more from my colleagues, and most of all from my students. So I want to take then a moment to thank each and every one of you for all that you have helped me learn. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Koritsky. Dr. Lopez?
Hi, everyone. I didn't expect this, but I'm so emotional seeing all of you. You know, when I think of all of you, I see resilience and such strength. And it's so, I'm so happy and proud for all of you. You've done exceptionally well. And I thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey, to help support you and guide you. And congratulations. I hope with everything that's going on in the world that you take some time to celebrate this accomplishment, because you've worked so hard. And I really hope that you just take it all in and thank your family and friends as well. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dr. Lopez. Dr. McMillan?
Hi, pardon me for taking a moment to unmute myself. As I look around the virtual room here, I think I've had all of you in something along the way, either a clinic or a class or some kind of a mock interview or something. And it brings a smile to my face to see all of you. I haven't seen most of you in a while now. And I guess the one thought I want to leave you with, it's already been mentioned, but if you guys can survive the closure of a university, a pandemic, and civil unrest, I think you've got the grit and resilience to or just about anything. And I guess my one thought to add to that is I hope that you will always practice good self-care. Congratulations and blessings.
Thanks, Dr. McMillan. Dr. Parak?
Congratulations, doctors. Nice to see all of you. I've missed you very, very deeply. I'm getting emotional just like Dr. Lopez. I have to say that for me, this is the privilege of what I do, is watching you first come in to the program and developmentally turning into these amazing, strong, thoughtful professionals who are going to do great work. You know, sometimes I ponder what is one essential ingredient that you need to be a good psychologist and a good clinician. And I think that all of you have really embraced this one essential ingredient, which is to be able to tolerate ambiguity. And we have gone through a closure, we've gone through COVID, we've gone through a lockdown, and uncertain times creates a wealth of strength and a wealth of wisdom. And watching the way that you have traversed all of these obstacles with such grace and with such power is quite humbling to me. And if anything, it has taught me how to walk the walk and stand tall in my own shoes. So I want to thank you all for just impacting my life. And I want you to know that this is probably one of the most memorable cohorts for all that you've achieved. So congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Parak. Dr. Van der Dusen?
I'm so glad that Dr. Lopez and Dr. Parak, I too am a little bit surprised by feeling a little emotional. And I think it's partially in addition to everything that everybody's outlined, I think about what we were going through when you guys were applying to internship. And really is remarkable. So congratulations, sincerely. The one thing I would say, and this, shouldn't surprise you, coming from a play therapist, is that no matter what you do, have fun at what you're doing, and you'll never feel like you're working. So congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Van Dusen. And finally, Dr. Wadera.
Okay. Hi guys. Hi, thank you. Gosh, what more to say than what your faculty hasn't already said, but wow, like wow, class of 2020, wow. I think Dr. Sandy Hyatt said it very well when she referred to grit. That's the perfect word for you guys. As someone who's been through the same program myself, I know how hard you've worked. I know how much you've sacrificed. I know how relieved you are to finally be here, especially in light of all that's transpired during your academic career. So I say bravo to you. And if what you've been able to accomplish in light of all the obstacles, challenges, and traumas that you've encountered throughout your graduate program is any indication of what you're going to accomplish as professionals in our field, then all I have to say is watch out, clinical psychology, because the class of 2020 is coming for you. So best of luck, guys. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Dr. Wadera. Thank you to our faculty for sharing their wisdom. At this time, this concludes our celebration of the Irvine Clinical Psychology class of 2020. Thank you.
Woo! Congratulations.
Congrats, everyone.